So um, you could say that only if we were focused and singular about if there was to be just one dogma in the whole world, what in case something to hold to is necessary, then what should be that something? Should that something be an idea about God or Allah, or should that be an idea about God or Allah, or should the idea be about clarity? I mean, should we be talking to the youth and the children of the future about God, or clarity? I mean, there's no other way I can say it. I thought maybe something more, so it has some weight, but it's really as simple as that. There is no need for chasing mysticism. If something is to be chased, then it's not God. That idea, people should be cleared of that idea entirely. If there's something to be chased, that's clarity. And now do things that give you that lightness that you can compare with only clarity. That level of lightness. These guys are so hey so that clarity will make whatever there is, any sense of witnessings and experiences, just vibratory fields of life. Wherever there is that, to understand it, you have to have a very clean backdrop, and that would make that all life light. And the level of lightness can also be felt by many when they are that level of lightness about in that moment, the field of vibration they are involved in, which is their idea of God, that makes them feel light. So the more they experience this lightness, they're progressing towards clarity. Let's still not say they're progressing towards samadhi or God or something mystical, something of a big deal. So long as there's harmony with whatever our rituals are, doesn't matter. So long as we can achieve, if we find ourselves in absolute lightness and harmony when doing those rituals, not to please anybody. There are no ideas of some benevolent God who'd look after you. Not without those ideas. Then continue your rituals, do whatever you're doing, but with the sense of clarity, with the goal as to be clear, to have some ease, so we can look at whatever there is which seems like it's disorder. But if you exist, dear God, then there must be some order in it. Perhaps we are not able to see clearly whether there is disorder or whether there is order. So give us the ability to be able to see clearly, because we do not doubt, dear God, that you are an omnipresent, all-seeing eye that's looking after us. अगर ऐसा भी भाव है आपका If that's the spirit you carry towards your God, great. No, yeah, brilliant. I mean, you look at it this way, there is no problem even among those who are dogmatic. They can also be taken to this path so long as they understand that they're being very dual when they feel there is God and there is a benevolent God that's going to listen to them and look after their wishes. Then they must know that God is intelligent enough to have order in things. सब कुछ बहुत अच्छी ध्वनि और लय में चल रहा होगा. अगर कहीं कोई कमी है तो वो हमारे अंदर है, और भगवान ने हमें सब दिया हुआ है. वो हमारे अंदर है कि हमें वो डिसऑर्डर जैसा दिख रहा है, और वही डिसऑर्डर की वजह से हम एंग्शियस हो रहे हैं. पर वो एक्चुअली कोई डिसऑर्डर है नहीं, वो ऑर्डर है. There were some acts of the past of which we are reaping the consequences. Maybe a fundamental act is to not live life with clear understanding of how vast it is and how adventurous it could be. It's a living organism, so vast that to assume it tomorrow is going to be exactly the way we had imagined somewhere in our subconscious, it's not going to turn out that way. I mean, most of the days could be so, but due to the sheer vastness of life, you have yourself in life experienced situations which were a total turmoil in your mind, almost, I mean, total disorder. Yet I'm saying there is order. Why we can't see that order? Only in being able to see that order can we get rid of anxiety. There's no other way. So even for people who are becoming anxious, I want to say, get to this idea about clarity that I have put forth and try to see order. You may be required to really go deep to understand order, and wherever you don't understand order, they're extraordinary beings. I mean, so many Schrodinger. I mean, there's a realm of science, there's a realm of spirituality, there's a realm of religion. Look around, there's so many great beings that have expressed the same truth in different words, and it's so vast that there will always be newer ways of expressing it, but it has been expressed to you. So they're there for you to be guided by. And if you have questions about just this one, say, sutra, clarity, all my effort in day-to-day conduct of life is going to be towards having greater clarity, and it is very clear to us, in order to have great clarity, we will have to sit to clean our backdrop. And the only way to clean our backdrop is to be absolutely still. It is in that stillness you will, like there is sound, you can use your breath also to measure how gentle and easy you have been able to be with it, almost effortless. It's in this effortlessness the expanse of the impressions of sounds that are around you would be felt by you. So much more sound in the environment. That's your measure. So just head in this direction of sitting to clean your backdrop, and that's the way you will get rid of your anxiety. There are no shortcuts to that. Everything else you will deploy, maybe a partner, a lover, a holiday, it's all going to be temporary. In fact, to the contrary, it's only going to give you more experiences to get attached to. So, now this brings me to tell you something more about maybe dhyan. You'll notice that when you are pointed at something, your consciousness, and it's go all the way and understand this consciousness that you are, your mind. You understand universe's fundamentals. It'll, living life in a state of knowing, wouldn't that help you in moving along life?